Okay, welcome everybody to another MTGO League. This time another donation deck list, again from Anthony Zolman, a generous supporter of the channel, who this is his second donation deck list. If people haven't seen the sweet Shardless Bug list we played, I think about a week or two ago of his, and be sure to check that out. This time we're back for some Mardu Stoneblade action. So let's have a quick look through the deck. So pretty standard kind of mana base, and you've got the Inquisitions and the Thought Seizes, and then the Stoneforge, and the kind of standard these days package with Stoneforge Mystic, a sword, we've got Fire and Ice, which I think is the best one, and then the two living weapons. And then some removal spells. Gone for Path to Exile, I see. I'm assuming that's a kind of nod to Murktide region. You need to be able to kill those. And then the rest of it's filled with kind of just mid-rangey type cards. So, damn, I've been really enjoying this card. Really good. Just a kind of unconditional kill spell early in the game, and then if you need to catch up, you can overload it to kill everything. And the great thing about that is if you manage to get Kaldra out on turn 3, you can then wrath the board. Kaldra doesn't die, so that's awesome. Downthie Voidwalker is just a really good card. Main deck hate piece for graveyard strategies, and it can let you cast ridiculous things from your opponent's deck. Vanishing Verse, yep. Exile target monocolor permanents. There's a lot of monocolor permanents that we care about these days, and exiling them is very good. So Murktide Regent, Ragavan, Dragon's Rage Channeler, hits the Rhinos out of Cascade in a pinch. And then rounding off the 2-drops, we've got these Croxers. Again, just a really good card. Very great in the grindy games. Any game where you want to minimise the cards in your opponent's hand, which is great. And then Call Against Command, Season Empowerments, pretty standard for these lists. That just really strong, flexible cards. Got 2 Bone Crusher Giant, which I'm really hot on at the moment. It's a removal spell that doubles later on as a 4/3 threat, which is really good. And then rounding it off with 3 Liliana of the Veil. Now I know, Anthony, you on the fence about these, and I think a lot of kind of mid-range players are wondering about Liliana at the moment. Just is it good enough? In my opinion, it's it's difficult to be objective because it is one of my favorite cards. I think it's at the moment it's probably in a decent spot. I think just for the fact that it does kill things like Murktide Regent. Obviously, it's difficult if our opponent has loads of other little creatures, but if we can control those with things like Bolt and Push or Call Against Command, then Liliana Veil can deal with that. And again, if you come up against any kind of control decks, that Liliana is often your best weapon. Your best weapon there. So yeah, always happy to play at least 3 copies of Liliana in these type lists. So yeah, not sure what the answer is really on this, but I think it's definitely still more than good enough for Modern. So turning our attention to the sideboard, again, we've got some fairly sound stuff. Engineered Explosives is great against Rhinos. We've got Nile Spell Bombs, Cleansing Wildfires for any problematic lands. And then, 2 copies of Kai's Guile. I'm pretty high on this card. It's just really good, really flexible, bit akin to Call Against Command, really. And then the kind of less common things, but I think these look pretty good. So you got 2 copies of Hushbringer, so creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause trigger abilities to trigger. Good against anything trying to use ETBs. What's there at the moment? Things like the Yawgmoth deck, I suppose. So yeah, there must be something else I'm thinking of, but I can't remember. But I'm sure it'll come up if or let me know in the comments what sort of things. And like a lifelinker isn't too bad against anything too aggressive as well. And then Yeah, despark, exiling target permanent with mana value 4 or greater. So again, Murktide region, a lot of planeswalkers are CMC 4 or greater. So it is an instant as well. So yeah, seems pretty good. So let's get into the league. Hope everyone's doing well today. Please do consider subscribing to the channel if it's something you enjoy. Play a lot of kind of mid-range content usually. Quite liking the Cascade decks at the moment as well, so probably going to be running some more of those through. But yeah, let's get into round one. Okay, so we're on the draw here. Yeah, hand's good. It is a little land heavy, but it's got a discard spell and a threat and a removal spell, so you know, and a backup threat in the term in form of a land. Although it looks like we're getting Inquisitions here. Wouldn't be surprised to see them take our Voidwalker, although they could have Fatal Push, or something that deals with it. Depends what they've got in their hand that they don't want us to see. Okay, Overgrown Tomb into that implies a possibly Jund. So, do we want to hold up Lightning Bolt here? No, I think we're going to play Shambling Vent past the turn. Because otherwise, well, we can't play Voidwalker next turn anyway. Glistener Elf. Okay. Okay, so that's a pretty good draw. So yeah, we're going to Thoughtseize our opponent, and then as soon as my opponent does anything, we'll oh crikey, okay, right, so if we don't take a scale up, we die. Do we die next turn? Right, so yeah, if we don't, hold on, don't give you green worm. So I think, so yeah, this would only work. You couldn't do 2 of these in one go. So, but we're not going to be able to kill this very easily. Protection from red and white. We can kill all the threat. We can kill Glistener Elf because we've got this Bone Crusher Giant. So if we take Crusader and we go Lightning Bolt, the Glistener Elf, they scale up and... oh no, it's a sorcery. Okay, right, I see. Okay, yeah. My bad. Yeah, a lot of deliberating over that for nothing, really. I thought scale up was an instant, but it's... but yeah, it's a sorcery. So if it was an instant, yeah, I was just thinking we'd have to, you know, this wouldn't kill it, and then we take it next turn, and then my opponent can deal us sort of 6 damage, and then, yeah. But as it is, we, yeah, obviously in that case it's right to take the threat. Opponent does instantly find another threat. Is that got its first strike, isn't it? This can't block either, so that is a great draw from our opponent. Unfortunately, red and white, so yeah, we're in a really bad spot here. Liliana. Okay, and we do impact just die. Okay, so yeah, opponent found pretty yeah, pretty much the nuts there after we Thoughtseize them. I mean, us drawing Thoughtseize off the top was pretty good, but I don't think we could have really done anything about that. So we want in all of the everything that kills a creature essentially. Dam is probably good. Kaya's Guile is good. Could consider Cleansing Wildfire and Brutality. We don't really want Batter Skull. Gaining life is not that great. Mono-coloured, so that does deal with elf. Doesn't deal with the Crusader because it's white. That's another good point. Things that can kill. Crusader's protection from red and white, so I think we want the brutalities in. We've got a lot of cuts to make. Colligan's Command is pretty good against them. The Void Walker probably doesn't do too much. Maybe we don't. Mono-coloured permanents. Maybe we don't want those. It kills Glistener Elf. Can't remember what else they're running. It might be like the Mears. Bone Crusher's obviously great. I think all of these are good. Sword Forest good. If we take another Void, yeah, let's take another Void Walker out. We got one more cut. Maybe it's Thoughtseize effect. Yeah, we're bringing in Collective Brutality. Let's go with that. Yeah, so key thing here is obviously to just kill all of their infect creatures. And the biggest kind of thing I've learned, I guess, from playing against infect is you always want to try and interact with their creatures at a kind of sorcery speed in your turn, because then if they pump it and to save it, at least they don't get the additional pump on their turn. I think we're going to keep this. We are going to need another land. It's whether we want to run out engineered explosives on one straight away. I think we do. You know, it kind of shows our hand a bit here, but you know, using our mana is not bad. We really want to see another land off the top at some point. Yep, that's ideal. Okay, so I think we'll just play that. We won't shock it in. Maybe shocking that in was correct, but I think, yeah, whatever our opponent plays, we're probably Liliana-ing it. So yeah, still quite want a red land. Okay, Colligan's Command, pretty good draw. We are just going to jam out this Liliana. We'll tick up. Get rid of a Seasoned Pyromancer. Pass the turn. So you do have to be aware that my opponent could have Veil of Summer in the deck. There's Inkmoth Nexus, which is pretty good. Okay, Bolt. So yeah, we'll tick up. We're going to get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer, so we can't currently cast it. And we can get those back with Colligan's Command. Yeah, this EE may have stopped our opponent. Okay, so here, what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 damage if our opponent sends in... Okay, attacking Liliana. We're going to let that happen. And then at the end of turn, I think we're just going to... Do we Lightning Bolt or do we K Command? That's K Command, it uses our mana, so we'll destroy target artifact. So yeah, the reason we're destroying target artifact is then this can't be saved by just a pump spell plus X. Can be saved by Veil of Summer. Okay, another swamp. Not really what we want. We'll discard the swamp. Yeah, the reason we let Liliana get hit there was just in case our opponent then instant speeded like a big spell. Let's see what our opponent's got for us. There's an ignoble hierarch. Not sure that's enough for us to want to do too much here. Okay, Inquisition's pretty nice, so we'll tip Liliana up. Get rid of this Inquisition. Oh, did not mean to get rid of the Inquisition. That's just a brain fart there. Meant to get rid of this Season Pyromancer and then Inquisition our opponent. Yeah, that's so we could cast. Yeah, let's damn this. You know, it's sorcery speed anyway, and we don't really want Inkmoth Nexus getting too big. Yeah, oh, that's really annoying. We've been in quite a lot better shape, I think, if I'd managed to discard the right thing. Here, I think we're still not going to Lightning Bolt the Nexus. You know, we'll make our opponent do something first. We have to act now, sadly. We could just die here. Not taking that Inquisition may have lost us this game. Yeah. We might kill Liliana here. Yeah. Another copy of Damn. Really need to find a oh, if I hadn't have messed that up, that's so annoying. Yeah, 2-3. Yeah, if I hadn't messed that up, we'd be in such a better position. Because we'd have Liliana on the field. We'll play that. Obviously, it's a little bit annoying. Coming in tapped. But at least we can play Season Pyromancer next turn. But at any point, you know, we could just die here to another pump spell would have done it here. So we are dead next turn is the trouble, if we don't find. Okay, so we need to find kill spell. Okay, Bone Crusher does work. Okay, so so yeah, we have to stomp this. We could go for drawing a land. We could sit no, because then we'd need to draw exactly a red land. Opponent knows we've got Season Pyromancer. We're dead to any pump spell here. Okay, so we'll stomp here, looking like our opponent has something here. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. That's my fault, really. Yeah, really needed to Inquisition the yeah, really needed to Inquisition just that misclick there. Really needed to Inquisition away that scale up, which would have saved our Liliana. Although we still wouldn't have been able to kill the Inkmoth Nexus, but threatening ultimate to stop you know, he could have split Pendlehaven and Inkmoth, but yeah, live and learn, and we'll see you for the next round. Okay, round number 2. Okay, we are against the Lurus deck. It is a 1-lander. Are we inclined to keep this? We're on the draw, so we've got 2 looks at a land. No, I think we're going to mulligan. It's close. We'll keep this and bottom a... Is it nuts to... Yeah, nuts to borrow the bottom of the Batterskull. We'll get rid of a... Let's see, it's one of these basics. I think it's basic mountain. In case we draw. We've got more double black in the deck than double red, I think. Could be burn here. Arid Mesa. Nope. Yep, Goblin Guide. Okay, you see it shows us a blood crypt. So we're going to shock this in. Like, we might as well shock this in to kill this. Could be an Eidolon here, which is obviously a problem. Okay, suspending Rift Bolt. Okay. So we'll get our trigger here, and then we're going to Stoneforge. Okay, we find a Marsh Flats, which is fine. And then, yeah, we're going to jam the Stoneforge. If our opponent wants to... if they want to Rift Bolt it, then fine. You know, it saves us 3 life. Getting Caldra is not too bad there, actually, because it might mean that our opponent doesn't think that we've got Batterskull. Are they going to kill our Stoneforge? I mean, obviously the worst scenario is they shoot us and then kill... shoot us and then have Searing Blaze. Okay, so Thoughtseize, not the best draw. What? I think we do Thoughtseize here. Do we Thoughtseize? No, we might as well just Colligan's Command, I think. Which we'll do in response if our opponent does anything here. Trying to survive and to get this Batterskull into play, really. Okay, so now we're going to get back Stoneforge Mystic. It's possible that we should be saving this for a creature, but I think if our opponent had a creature, they'd have played it. Opponent has sacrificed a land, so what are they going to... they do discard a mountain. Yeah, sadly, obviously, Stoneforge Mystic can't now go and get anything. I'll cast Skewer. Okay, path's not too bad. So let's do this Stoneforge Mystic. Do we Thoughtseize? Is the question. We're going to have to go to 6 to get Batterskull into play. Oh no, we're not, because no, I don't think we're gonna. So our opponent, it depends what our opponent's got. No, I think we just pass. I don't think it's worth Thoughtseizing here, because if we Thoughtseize and see a basic land, our opponent has hit a land every turn. So we haven't seen any white cards. there is a land, which they're cracking by the look of it. Yeah, we really don't want to take any more damage. Okay, that's not the best draw, but okay. So we could have gone for Caldra there, but I think it's so much better to just go for okay. So we'll put Batterskull into play. And then we're staying at 6 life. So we could put Sword of Fire in, but I think firstly we'll just get in this turn. I don't think we want to play anything too crazy. Want to hold up our mana for path. And then we can also bounce Batterskull if need be as well. And then it gives us more scope to fetch as well. Boros Charm. Please don't have Bolt. Yeah, so they are 3 color burn, Mardu burn, Battle of the Mardu decks. You'd think they would have just gone for it. You know, we're Mardu ourselves. I suppose they could have Boros Charm in hand. If we Thoughtseize, we go to 5. I think we do now Thoughtseize. Because if it's Boros Charm in hand, because we were on the assumption they didn't, so it could be Boros Charm in hand. If it's Boros Charm, they draw Bolt. Whereas if it's if it's a land, we're fine. Yeah, I think I'm happy Thoughtseizing now. I think it could be Boros Charm. Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, exactly what I said. We didn't want to happen. So yeah, we don't really need this path either. But it was worth checking there, given that we were at enough life. The only real danger is that they had the another Sunbait Canyon. Okay, so we successfully navigate that, and then we do win next turn. So we've got a reasonable sideboard here. I feel like Hushbringer's probably worth it. Kai's Guile's definitely worth it. I don't think Caldra is as good. We could cut that. We're definitely cutting Thoughtseize. Path to Exile is a bit awkward. We could consider cutting that just because giving them a land early is really bad. Dam is kind of slow. Crocs is good. You know, making them discard cards is good. Bone Crusher's fine. Hushbringer. Creatures entering the battlefield. Is that worth it for the 1 point of lifelink per turn? Probably not, actually. I think that's better. Yeah, keeping Path in the end, you know, sometimes it's worth when you just need to kill an Eidolon or hold up a spell to stop them killing you the following turn as you're crashing in with your creatures. This hand's, yeah, really good. It's got, you know, it doesn't pay a great deal of life for its mana. Okay, so that said, if we go and get, we don't want to fetch and shock particularly. But we are needing a lot of different colours. So if we go, I think we do want to Inquisition this turn. Yeah, so let's Inquisition. You know, it is cutting us off this, but I think it's worth it, just in case our opponent plays Eidolon. You know, we can always, yeah, hopefully we'll draw a land for Seasoned Pyromancer in time. Okay, so our opponent's got double Eidolon, double Charm. So we can actually deal with both of these Eidolons. With the bolt and the path. Opponent's got the requisite lands. So I think our opponent's just going to go Eidolon. So these would only deal us 2 in theory. Let's take a Boros Charm. Yeah, just given that we can kill the Eidolons. So there's a Secret Foundry. An Eidolon. Okay, Vanishing Verse. So do we want to shock this in? Because now actually that kills. And then this could fetch Basic Mountain. So if we shock this in, this still can't. We do still. I mean, we need Basic Mountain anyway. I think that's fine. I think we're just going to bolt it. Wait for our opponent. I guess there is a consideration to doing it sorcery speed there, because our opponent can Boros Charm to save this Eidolon. Okay, there's a Goblin Guide. So yeah, we get all of our triggers. Blackleaf Cliffs is a really good draw. Yeah, that's really good actually. So now we'll go grab Basic Mountain. I guess we could have gotten unstuck there if Goblin Guide had revealed Basic Mountain. We're going to bolt the Eidolon. So opponent's probably going to play another Eidolon. Okay. So what are we doing now? Yeah, unfortunately killing Eidolon now means a shock land. But then we can't we could Liliana minus. We could play Seasoned Pyromancer, which does deal us 2. We can't double spell here. So if we shock, go down to 2, go down by 2. We might as well do that. Well, we still have to take a. We're gonna have to. We don't want to take a hit from this Eidolon, really. So if we Edict, my opponent will just sack the Goblin Guide. What's the play here? We don't really want to wait until next turn. I think we could just block with Seasoned Pyromancer. Neither of these have prowess. We'd have to get rid of, like, Liliana is losing. Maybe that's the play. Seasoned Pyromancer, get rid of Vanishing Verse, path to something like. It could be Vanishing Verse Path to Exile, so we don't have to fetch white. Make 2 tokens. We can then block everything. Although our opponent could Boros Charm to make everything indestructible then. No, I think we've got to kill these things, so I think we're just going to shock this in and pass. Very annoying. Just our mana base has worked out a little bit painful this time. So Arid Mesa from our opponent. So what's on top? There is a Liliana of the Veil. Sure. So we're going to go down to 8 here. We'll Vanishing Verse this. Get rid of the Eidolon. We go to 10, then we go to 8. Our opponent does have Boros Charm, which is yeah, worrying. Another Eidolon, so they found lots of Eidolons. So got 1 card in hand, which is Boros Charm. Okay, so we have to... So we've got to path this, go to 6, play Liliana, Edict the Goblin Guide. We go down... I mean, we're not in great shape here. We could instead Season Pyromancer, but I don't think that's going to do it. So we'll path this, and then we'll fetch a basic swamp. We're dead to a burn spell anyway. Yeah, fetch a swamp, cast Liliana. Oh, and then we still can't cast our... Yeah, I mean, we're pretty dead here. Maybe we should be mulliganing more aggressively to some of our hate pieces. Bump in the Night, what's 3 mana? It's something. Yes, skewer the critics. Okay, so maybe want to be a tad more aggressive with the mulligans. Maybe we do want things like Damn. Is Dauthi Voidwalker really what we want to be doing? Maybe we cut one of those. Bring in a Damn. Like our opponent was running they did find a lot of creatures there. Maybe we bring in Engineered Explosives. Let's try that. Okay, we would like to play first. We want Stoneforge, really. Oh, double Stoneforge with no lands. That's a lot of good stuff there. Oh, no lands again. Yeah, we have to mulligan that. This is okay. So we'll get rid of Marsh Flats and a Blood Crypt. So at least we take no damage from our lands. Yeah, we're yeah, in on getting Batterskull into play here. There's Goblin Guide. So finding us a land would be nice. I'm mulligan this a little bit. Yeah, that's a good one as well. Okay, so we're just going to run this out. See if we can get Batterskull into play. I would imagine our opponent will potentially kill the... Okay, we've got an Inquisition coming, so that's good. Please don't Searing Blaze me. Okay, so they do skewer us. Okay. So we'll play out this Cliffs. We're going to bolt that, so Inquisition. Okay, take the Boros Charm. Okay, so opponent doesn't have loads of stuff in hand. We get to bolt this Goblin Guide. We'll get the trigger. See what they give us, if anything. Path to Exile, not the best. Yeah, a few bits we would have preferred over Path to Exile there. Okay, puts Lurus in their hand, that's worrying. We could path our own Croxer to get us closer to... Oh no, I guess... Yeah, we're just going to hold up Path to Exile for Lurus. Okay, they get rid of Arid Mesa. They've got quite a lot of cards in hand. Here's Lurus. Yeah, so we have to path that. Hopefully Goblin Guide will show us a land. Liliana's pretty good as well. Okay, so now actually we path the Goblin Guide. Now that we know Liliana's coming, because then we can Liliana Edict the Lurus. And that saves us 2 life. Okay. So we're not far away from things like Croxer out of the graveyard. Bolts me. Skewers probably. Yeah. Manda Rift Bolt. Okay, so we're at 4. Okay, so Swamp's not bad. Oh, we can possibly cast Croxer here. So we get rid of the EE, play the Swamp, cast Croxer, yeah. And that is actually lethal next turn. If, potentially, yeah. So let's do this. Croxer, so, oh no, can't do that. So we would be dead to Boros Charm here. But this bolts them, and then we are attacking for 9 next turn. So I think our position's not bad here. We're dead to exactly Boros Charm. Yeah. Anything else I think is fine. Because we can Liliana to get rid of a card my opponent draws. So that we get the effect of Croxer. But yeah, anything but Boros Charm, and I think we're fine. That's fine. So yeah, we now win the game because we go, you sacrifice your Eidolon. No point in giving our opponent another turn to draw Boros Charm. And yeah, then we do get there. Excellent. Okay, so we get there versus Burn. Didn't actually find our heavy hitters in that game. Things like Collective Brutality and didn't get Batterskull out, Kaya's Guile, but we do get there. Liliana of the Veil proving very good there. So yeah, see you for the next round. Okay, we are on the play for this round number 3. Let's see, another one lander. I don't think we can keep that on the. Certainly not on the play. See another one lander. We're gonna have to mulligan again, I think. Well, yeah, we'll keep this. And then we're gonna we'll keep Shambling Vent, so we'll bottom. What are we putting on the bottom here? It's definitely a fetch land. And then we're keeping the Blackcleave Cliffs and the Shambling Vent. It's one of these. So Bloodstained Mire does fill up the graveyard for Crocs. But we're putting 2 lands on the bottom, so we don't really want to shuffle. So we'll put the Blood Crypt on, and then we'll try not to shuffle for a while. Just yeah, keep those 2 lands firmly on the bottom of our deck. So yeah, we've got a Vanishing Verse. Is this more burn? It is more burn. Okay. So Vanishing Verse, not bad here. Drawing more land is pretty bad though. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're going to Vanishing Verse this Swift Spear. We could wait to potentially get an Eidolon, but I think we're going to just kill this. So we're choosing to do that instead of saving it for an Eidolon, because the Eidolon might not come up, but if our opponent's holding loads of Skewer the Critics or whatever, maybe that's wrong, because they can always burn us and then Skewer. Yeah, maybe we should have saved this for an Eidolon. Yeah, that was probably correct. We got so many kill spells in our deck though. Do we want to play Croxa into this Eidolon? It takes 2. I'm not actually sure it's worth it. Oh, we should have played a fetch land there because we want white mana to activate this Steam Vent. I think we're just going to pass. I don't think it's worth taking the 2 damage here for Croxa. If our opponent just discards a land, that's just 2 damage for free. If they don't play a land, we'll play it next turn. Got so many kill spells in our deck. Yeah, I should have played the fetch land there. Another Eidolon. Okay, that's worrying. Okay, Plains is pretty good. That's actually a really good draw. So, while our opponent's kind of tapped out, I'm just going to take the opportunity to get in. We could obviously wait to block here, but then we risk we risk a burn spell when our opponent's untapped. I think we're probably just unless our opponent plays a fetch land, we're probably just keeping attacking him with this. Oh, we haven't drawn any spells yet. So I think we're just keeping going. If our opponent wants to lightning bolt, I mean, it does cost them life to do this. Helix is annoying. We haven't drawn any spells yet. We're not going to fetch just yet. Maybe we should be fetching... Oh. Okay. So we know that there's 2 lands on the bottom of our deck, and we've drawn no spells yet. Okay, Boros Charm. Yeah, I mean, we're just dead here. You know, we did mull to 5 and kept 2 spells, and we never saw another spell. So, unfortunate there. Yeah, saving that Vanishing Verse was probably right, but I don't think we were ever winning that game. So, similar sideboard plan to before. Take out all of the Thought Seizes. What did we do before? So, yeah, cut the Caldra. Voidwalker, I didn't think was that great. And then it's Engineered Explosives. Dam is okay. I think I want Dam over one of the Voidwalkers. And then I think EE over another. Let's go with that. Okay, we'll play. Looking for... Yeah, this hand is pretty great. Although fetch shocking twice isn't ideal. Because obviously we'd like to go Inquisition into Stoneforge. Is it worth cutting ourselves off? I think it is, because if we can take... I'm going to go and just get a basic swamp here. Okay, so we'll take the lightning bolt here, because actually that's the only thing that can kill our Stoneforge Mystic, although, well, I guess our opponent's going to... they'll probably Rift Bolt the Stoneforge. It's whether we think that it's worth shocking in here to play the Stoneforge Mystic. I think it probably is, given that we haven't really got anything else to play. So yeah, we'll go and get Batter Skull. I would say this Rift Bolt is definitely going at our Stoneforge Mystic here. We'd like to see a red land off the top, really. Yeah, they kill that. Suspend another Rift Bolt. Suspend another Rift Bolt. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're just getting kind of punished at every turn here. Our opponent having a lot of burn spells. I mean, that's to be expected, I suppose, but yeah, really wanted that land there. Looks like our opponent hasn't got any lands in hand either. We know they have Boros Charm. Okay, that's a good draw. So I'll play that, play this Liliana. Here's the Boros Charm, probably. So now our opponent's got 2 burn spells in hand, but this will reduce it to 1 burn spell. We really need to draw Collective Brutality. Kaya's Guile is great. We'll get rid of this Seasoned Pyromancer because it doesn't do anything. Okay, our opponent does get rid of Lava Spike. Well, they Boros Charm us. So yeah, Kaya's Guile, Collective Brutality, all really good. Okay, collective brutality. So yeah, we might as well just tick up. We'll discard this Croxer. Okay, we get a lethal lava spike out of my opponent's hand. So then we're just going to drain for 2 life here. Keeps us alive at least. Would have liked to draw a land there, really. Okay, land from our opponent. Okay, Shambling Vent's actually pretty good. So we'll tick up. What are we getting rid of here? Is it Dam or is it Bone Crusher? We can't actually cast Bone Crusher at the moment, so our opponent's going to draw a card, and then next turn we're going to swing in with Shambling Vent, try and gain ourselves a little bit of life. His opponent's got 2 cards. They need double burn spell here, really. Otherwise we do start clawing back some life with Shambling Vent. Okay, Vanishing Verse. So we're going to get rid of the Dam here. Okay, so we are still okay, Skewer goes. We are still dead to any burn spell off the top, unfortunately, because that was Boros Charm. Oh, no. I was going to say we could have ultimated there, but that's wrong. If we ultimate there, we take our opponent off their double burn spells, the 2 mana ones. Oh, please no. Flame Rift. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, we just feel like we got quite punished there. Yeah, but in the end, minusing Liliana to kill their lands would have got there. Although, well, we got a Skewer out, so yeah, it would have actually worked there. But I think in general it was better to keep ticking up. Yeah, okay. Well, not much to say about that one really. Just got burned out. We got a tad unlucky, I think, with the lands. But anywho, we'll see you for the next round. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Inquisition into Stoneforge Mystic. Pretty painful, so hopefully it's not burn again. Okay. See what's in our opponent's hand. Okay, so double bowl Archmage's Charm. So I think we're going to take the Archmage's Charm and then pass the turn. It does open us up for our... If there was only 1 lightning bolt in our opponent's hand, I think we'd take one of those. But as it is, I think, yeah, this is fine. Hall of Storm Giants. Okay. Okay, so Bloodstone Mire is a pretty good draw. Play this. Do we play the Stoneforge Mystic just into Lightning Bolt? I think we just start jamming Croxers. Then next turn we can double spell. You know, if our opponent ends up discarding Bolt, which is possible. I think they'll probably discard a land here. It's possible that we should have played Bloodstained Mire, but to play around Blood Moon, although we couldn't have actually done that because that has to fetch a, we'd have had to fetch a red source. Okay, there's a Tarn. Okay, so that's, we kind of want, I think I'm going to fetch Shock here. We'll just grab a Blood Crypt just because we have been a bit mana screwed this league. So yeah, we'll go ahead and Thought Seize. See what we can. Okay, so let's take. I think we'll just take the command here. Just deals with our artifacts as well. And then we'll play another Croxer. Just get as many cards out of my opponent's hand as we can. My opponent could use all of the cards potentially. We are at 12, which is a little bit scary given our opponent's got copies of Lightning Bolt. Let's go into Opt. Put one on the bottom. Okay, so one Lightning Bolt down. Pass the turn. So now I think is the time. If we draw another land, that'd be pretty nice. If we draw a fetch land, we can play Croxer. Opponent has drawn some fresh cards. Okay, so that is the ability to play Croxer, or it's the ability to play Stoneforge Mystic and Dauthi Voidwalker. I think that's better. Or we could just play double Stoneforge. Yeah, I quite like that actually. Let's go and fetch a basic plains, play double Stoneforge, and then that really increases the chance that we're able to flash in a big spell next turn. Obviously our opponent could have a counter spell here. So we'll grab Batterskull, and then we'll play another one. Obviously counterspell now, bolt this is pretty. We'll go and we could get Kaldra here. But given we probably want to get Batterskull, we'll get the Sword of Fire and Ice. See what our opponent does. We know they've got one Lightning Bolt left. Snapcaster Mage is scary. They might just go for bolting us out here. No, they are killing Stoneforge. So we know they've got a bolt. So the question is, do we block Snapcaster here? Yeah, if they might just bolt and attack. Looking like that's what they're going to do. Yeah, okay, so they're bolting. Depends what we draw now. If we draw another 2-drop or a 1-drop, we'd probably go Voidwalker and then cast that. Depends what it is. Okay, icing our land. Sure. Oh, that's the worst land for them to ice as well. That's so annoying. Okay, so I think we just cast the sword, maybe? Is it worth casting the sword? Yeah, I think so. Pass the turn. We are at 7, which is obviously a little bit worrying. Our opponent's got 3 cards in hand, of which none are lands. So we go to 5. More Snapcasters is very scary. They're going to ice us again? Oh, that's so annoying. Is there any way this is going to be helpful? Do we just draw a card with this? Although then we can't. If we draw a card with this, if we draw say a fetch land, we can play the Voidwalker, or we can play Spyro. I think we're going to draw a card here. I think we need to. Okay, Bone Crusher's not the worst draw. Okay, that's not great though. Let's just do this now so that we don't open ourselves up to a counter spell. Then next turn we can Spyro. We got another bolt? No. Put one on the bottom. Yeah, we've taken a lot of damage from our lands, which is pretty unfortunate. But Spyro, and then we can equip the sword. It's pretty good. I'd be fairly surprised, I guess, if our opponent doesn't have a counter spell. Fetch land would be good here. Okay, I think the highest upside is going for Seasoned Pyromancer. Or do we want to Inquisition to make sure the coast is clear first? Trouble with doing that is what could our opponent have is the question. They obviously Counterspell, Archmage's Charm, all bad. But Inquisition, then we're kind of left floundering, not doing very much. I think we'll go for the Seasoned Pyromancer as the highest upside play. It does resolve. So we'll get rid of Voidwalker. Is it Batterskull? I can't see Bolt being very handy. Let's get rid of Bolt. Okay, that's not too bad. Play a Blackcleave Cliffs and pass. Yeah, getting that plane's a little bit awkward for Croxer, obviously. And there's another Snapcaster Mage. They're going to bolt us. Yeah. Have they got another Snappy? Or Prismari Command obviously does it. Next turn, don't know what we're doing. Might not get another turn. Yeah, I think we just took way too much damage from our lands there. Opponent never drew any lands. Yeah, okay. So, Blue Moon. Want all the Thoughtseizes. Path to Exile we don't want. Spell Bombs we probably want. Brutalities we want. Possibly Kaya's Guiles. D-Spark's interesting because they might be running something like Jace. We don't want Dam. Liliana's great. All the threats are great. Voidwalker's great. We can consider trimming a couple of bolts. I think we'll keep the Vanishing Verses in. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I think we just took a little bit too much damage from our lands there. Maybe we should have Inquisitioned that last turn rather than playing the Season Pyromancer. Just to kind of avoid just dying. But then if we do that, I don't think it makes a difference, because then the Snapcaster Mage could have attacked. So yeah, I don't think it makes much difference there. Okay, we would like to play first. Yeah, this is good, I think. Yeah. Well, it's a bit awkward actually, because we haven't really got anything to do on turn 2 at the moment. Any land and we're good. I think we'll keep it. I don't think we want a mulligan in this matchup. I think well, do we fetch and shock? Again, this is the question. If we just get basic land, then it shuts us off potentially. Yeah, we have to fetch shock Thoughtseize here, which is annoying. Okay, so we're just going to take this Snapcaster Mage. Opponent's got a lot of kind of draw spells. Maybe we should have kept in something that kills Murktide Regent. That's actually really good, because now we just go Voidwalker. And then if our opponent chooses to Thought Scour, I mean after that, they are running 2 Murktide Regents. Okay, so Voidwalker pretty good there. We've got some good draws as well. Some good cards in hand. Okay, so Blackleaf Cliffs is good. So we'll attack here with our Voidwalker. Probably should be doing this post combat. Oh, that's yeah, I played the wrong land there really, because we wanted to discard. We want to keep this Sacred Foundry. If I Spyro, we have to lose both copies of Colligan's Command. Think I'm gonna get the use out of my Colligan's Command. Have my opponent discard. And put one on top. Okay, so I think this is fine. If they bolt this, I can Colligan's Command it back. I think we're just going to go for a Colligan's Command end of turn, just try and empty my opponent's hand a little bit. Maybe we should have Spyro'd there, get some more pressure onto the board. Okay, they discard an island. Okay, so maybe we're just trying to burn our opponent out here. Now, yeah, I don't hate that. So we just play Sacred Foundry and pass the turn. Then just use Season Pyromancer to reload on stuff. Because this does hit him for 3 a turn. We've got 5 points of burn here, so I suppose we should possibly be playing around Blood Moon as well. Kozilek's Return. Okay, so let's do this. We could hit my opponent, but I think we're doing this now. So yeah, really paying off not playing the Season Pyromancer. Okay, so we know Thought Scour 1 unknown in our opponent's hand. Okay, I think now we're just playing the Void Walker again. Thought Scour themselves. Okay, counterspell. Then, so yeah, we'll pass the turn. Yeah, another copy of Murktide is bad. So yeah, we're going to cast Bone Crusher Giant. We're going to cast Stomp here. Put my opponent to 8. Liliana's not too bad either. I think we're actually going to go for that instead of a Seasoned Pyromancer here. Be surprised to see this getting countered. Yeah. I think anything we did there was getting countered. Relic of Progenitus is quite annoying. Wouldn't be surprised to see our opponent crack it right away. We'll get rid of a Marsh Flats. Well, I'm finding like an Inquisition or something. Okay, so there's no point in saving that. Let's try and draw 2 cards. Okay, so we do get to draw 2. Yeah, shame they're rubbish. Wouldn't be surprised to see our opponent crack Relic here. If anything, if nothing else, it cuts us off this Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. Okay. Yeah, not sure about that play, but I guess they can't draw a discard. Makes sense. We do have this Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, another Liliana is obviously very, very good. So what would we rather resolve here? If we go Liliana, I kind of want the Bone Crusher Giant, but Bone Crusher Giant is kind of known information, I guess. Yeah, but then, okay, yeah, so Liliana means that we can, obviously, this definitely clears a counter spell out of my opponent's hand. Tick up. Okay, Lightning Bolt, sure. We'll get rid of a Marsh Flats. And then we'll play the Bone Crusher Giant. Pass the turn. Opponent is at 7. We've gotten out to Murktide Regent. In fact, then out to any creature. So they have opted to top. Well, Archmage's Charm is pretty good. Okay, Voidwalker is also pretty good. We'll tick up. Prismari command, yeah, that'll do. So we'll put my opponent to 3. If we can untap with that, we can cast a range of stuff, including Prismari command. Is it this turn? Yeah, so he can do things at instant speed. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Another Kozilek's Return doesn't do it. Snapcaster Mage is pretty good. Obviously this is unblockable though, and we do have 2 threats. They bottom with the Opt. And another Snapcaster Mage. Okay, so Snapcaster Mage gonna bolt the Douthie Voidwalker. Okay, see what we can draw. Marsh Flats. So yeah, we swing in with the Bone Crusher Giant. We could Edict our opponent. Okay, opponent's double blocking. Okay, yeah, maybe we should have Edicted there. Play the land. We'll tick up. I think I'd rather get the last card out of my opponent's hand. Okay, so Blood Moon is in my opponent's deck. We can potentially Edict next turn. How much is this to activate? 7/7 for... Okay, might be that we want to activate to ultimate now. So I think we're going to go and get our basic planes. Another Voidwalker. So this is 6 to activate, 3, 4, 5. So if they top deck a land, they can activate this. How much do I care about that? Thing is, they can still cast pretty much all their spells if we ultimate. We tick up, keep Liliana at 6. I think that's more worth it. If my opponent finds a land, they could kill Liliana, but then they die on the swing back. Because this can't be blocked anyway. If we ultimate, it's taking them off something like Snapcaster Mage, Archmage's Charm. Maybe we are meant to ultimate here. Thing is, if my opponent finds a bolt or any kill spell for this, then we really want the Liliana to keep the Liliana around. I think we're going to do 1 more plus and then pass the turn. I think that's fine. This doesn't have vigilance or anything, so yeah, it's just if our opponent draws a bolt, we want to be able to, well, there's Snapcaster Mage. Okay, so that's one of the cards that punishes us for doing this line, because they wouldn't have been able to snap Charm. There's Snap Thought Scouring, which is interesting. Yeah, obviously they wouldn't have been able to do all this if I ultimated, but the 2 Snapcaster Mages had gone. Okay, we do get there. Yeah, Voidwalker. Okay, so we need to be careful of Blood Moon. Okay, let's see what we can do. So yeah, they are on Murktide Regent. Despark kills that, but I don't think it kills anything else. I don't think it's really worth bringing in just for that. Could be worth a copy of Damn Yeah, I think Dam instead of Bolt, because Bolt is not going to kill him. Oh, maybe we want Path. Path's probably better than Dam, especially since our opponent's got that Hall of the Storm Giants as well. Maybe cut a Bone Crusher, although Bone Crusher was good there. On the draw, we could consider cutting a land. Maybe it's Brutality, because that's not doing... Yeah, we'll cut a Brutality. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, need to remember to fetch around Blood Moon. Okay, we see pretty good hand. Yeah, we're going to keep this. We've got Inquisition into Douthie into Liliana, which is, yeah, really good. Okay, so they have got the Hall again. Okay, so do we want to aggressively fetch a basic Swamp? I think we do. We've got another one in the deck. Yeah, we can play this as our second land. We're actually mono black for the first 3 turns, and given the number of black pips in our hand, it's definitely worth doing. Okay, so what we're going to take? We could take the Opt or the Thought Scour, but I don't really want to take those. Archmage's Charm is just so much better. Yeah, we'll take that away. And next turn we'll go for... Opponent didn't actually have... Oh yeah, they do have red mana. Okay. Where's a Misty? Okay, so yeah, I'll just go Blackleaf Cliffs. Play the Void Walker. So obviously this stops our opponent, you know, filling up their graveyard more. If they've drawn a Bolt, that's really annoying. Okay, we've got Fire, sure. Okay, so whether we jam Liliana here or not is a little bit awkward. Is it worth just jamming into a known counter spell? Again, we haven't drawn any spells yet. Trouble is, otherwise our opponent just keeps going off with Opt and Archmage's Charm, but we don't have anything else. So I don't think we want to do that yet. Yeah, trading a Liliana for Archmage's Charm here is possibly not what we want to be doing. Yeah, we sadly, drawing lots of lands isn't great. You know, we've got quite a few good draws. Any discard spell, Croxer, even Nihil spell would have been pretty good. Okay, our opponent hasn't hit any lands though. So I think we will go ahead and fetch a basic Plains while we can. Given that we're flooding, it's a good idea to keep the Triome in the deck so we can cycle it as well. Oh, crikey. Okay, so we will... I guess we'll play this in case our opponent is running something spicy like Censor. Okay, opponent does have just straight up counter spell. Yeah, I'm not really sure. The deck is running 23 lands, which isn't, you know, a crazy amount. Let's keep fetching them out. We can play Batter Skull here. Oh, crikey. I mean, we're not doing anything else. Think this is going to get snap counterspelled. We might have Prismari Command to destroy it, which is awkward. Maybe we should have waited until we'd have enough mana to just bounce it in response to that. Yeah, we've drawn... Yeah, we haven't drawn any spells. We've had 5 draw steps and drawn 5 lands. Which is, yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, so looking like our opponent wondering whether to counter or Prismari command there. The card we want to resolve now is Seasoned Pyromancer, really. Okay, I think this is going to be Prismari command, but I could be wrong. Okay, sure. I mean, we can bounce this back to our hand. Don't know if can we? Yeah, because we still control the Batterskull. Okay, there is the Seasoned Pyromancer as I wanted. So let's go for that first. Can't see our opponent letting this resolve. Snapcaster Mage. Sure. So yeah, we'll just play out a Sacred Foundry. Is there anything that... Okay, I'm going to just do this right away. Just in case our opponent has Prismari command or whatever, or something very spicy like any sort of stifle effect would be annoying. But yeah, we are in trouble here. Make no mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got Seasoned Pyromancer in the yard. Inquisition's actually really nice. See what our opponent's working with. They are working up to this Hall of Storm Giants, which is worrying. In fact, they're only 1 land away from it. What you got, opponent? Doesn't have trample or anything. Bolt, counter spell. Great. So we'll take the counter spell. Oh, double bolt. So, right, that was possibly a mistake. So I think what we're going to do is, if our opponent finds... Maybe we should have taken the bolt there. If our opponent finds a land, they can attack with the Hall. They could double bolt our Batterskull at the end of turn. And then... Trouble is, if we do that, they double bolt our Batterskull. This is then lethal. If they bolt us, we go to 3. We play Batterskull here. I think we play Batterskull here, and then if they don't find a land, I guess they could find another Archmage's Charm. What do we want to play around here? Maybe it's holding up Spyro activation, which can block. We definitely don't die next turn unless our opponent finds another bolt if we do the Spyro plan. They can definitely kill this Batterskull, but then they have to decide to do that end of turn. Let's just play the Godless Shrine and pass, I think, with Seasoned Pyromancer up. Opponent got to decide whether they think bolting us is the play. Yeah, I see like 20 life is the trouble. This Hall of Storm Giants, maybe we should be bringing in okay, they found the land, so if we'd have gone Batter Skull, we might have just died here. Okay. So let's activate this. So we'll block here and here. We do get to resolve Batter Skull now. Well, Call Against Command is pretty nice as well. This isn't an artifact or anything, is it? Can we do all of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we can, but then so we can do that, but we'd have to fetch Shock, which we don't really want to do because that would put us to 6, which we don't want to take any more damage really. So we could play Batter Skull. I actually think it's played Batter Skull here, because then if our opponent wants to double bolt it, is there anything with a void counter on it? No, there's Fire Ice, which isn't bad. If our opponent wants to double bolt it, otherwise we just block. We're definitely playing Marsh Flats. We could either Call Against Command, make my opponent discard, get back Voidwalker, play Voidwalker, or we play Batter Skull. Our opponent could double bolt it. Let's play Batter Skull, and then if we could we don't want to tap. Yeah, if this was a red land, that would be much better. Yeah, if our opponent just attacked here, we're actually not too bad. So you know they've got 2 bolts in hand. This isn't the worst position. I'd quite like them to double bolt this. Okay, they're going for the Storm Giants. So yeah, we definitely block here. We'll gain some life up to 13. We can't kill this, but we could. So do you think I think we are fetch shocking now. That would put us to 10, which is is lethal to some stuff, but I think we're going to do this, and then let's go Call Against Command, return a creature, target player discards. The other option is obviously do Batter Skull. Okay, opponent discards a bolt. Oh, yeah, that leaves us enough to... Okay, Bone Crusher Giant, we could do that instead. Although that does die to bolt. So, yeah, we're just in on the Batter Skull plan now. Obviously, we're still dead to some stuff, but it's a good game. This card is really impressing. I've I've seen a lot of kind of red mid-range decks running the red one, Den of the Bugbear, which seems like it could be a good addition to this deck. Let's see. Paying costs. I don't think it's right for our opponent to keep just smashing in with this Hall of the Storm Giants. You know, we can just make the same play every turn. Well, that's a Stoneforge Mystic as well. So maybe we go Stoneforge Mystic. I think now we take a turn off doing that. Yeah, so we'll grab... We could grab Caldra here. Or Sword. Actually, Sword's pretty good. Play Dalthy. And then I think we're just playing Bone Crusher as well. I think we're just flooding the board with stuff. Make sure we can block. And then we've got 3 creatures. You know, it might even be that we let a Hall attack through this turn. We are a bit short on time. It's been a fantastic game, though. So our opponent probably deciding what they want to bolt. Turn 10. Look at this. Magic as is intended. So yeah, opponent deciding whether they want to try and bolt us. They've got 1 bolt in hand. They've got 2 bolts in the graveyard. Okay, they decide they don't want to do anything, which is a little bit surprising potentially. Yeah, this is really good, but it is a lot of mana to activate. I guess they want to save the bolt for yeah, save the bolt until we try and equip something. Obviously we can equip Batterskull as well. Well, there's a... Okay, that's a problem. Okay, so... Maybe we should have got Caldra. That is a problem though, because this has flying, so... But we've got enough mana that we can do various things. So we could return Batterskull and play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can... Oh, what are we doing here? So are we flashing in this? Are we... We could just cast that, equip it. I think we're going to play this Triome. We're quite mana intensive now. Oh, we can do stuff. We could fight. We can ice this, which is hilarious. So if we go to... I think we're just holding here. And then we'll tap Murktide, draw a card. We are short on time. Trouble is, as soon as I go to equip... Okay, I think we're just passing here. I think. And then we're going to, in our opponent's upkeep, we're going to get ice. Maybe this is a mistake, but yeah, then we're going to ice, tap this, draw a card. Oh wow, Kaya's Guile, that is a fantastic draw. We're just going to do that right away. In fact, we might even do this. Is this wrong? No, because then we can also put in the sword. Yeah, that's a really, really good draw. We are under the gun now, though. Opponent might choose to sacrifice their Hall of Storm Giants. Yeah, I think we've really got ahead here. But we do need to play fairly swiftly. Okay, opponent choosing to do that, which is fine. We might even let this through. No, I think that's fine. Yeah, we're just going to let that through now that we're at 18. Okay, that's another good draw. Let's try and equip this. Probably gets bolted. And then we equip Batter Skull. God, I wish I had more time. If we had another 5 minutes, I'd be really confident here. Opponent choosing whether they want to bolt, I think. Have we got enough? We can actually equip both things again. So yeah, we're just going to equip here. Yeah, we're just making this as big as possible, and I think we're just swinging now. Swinging for the fences, because we need to... This is going to gain us up to 18. If our opponent has bolt, we go to 12. I think we're going to leave the Stoneforge back. Okay, we're at 6. Okay, yeah, we'll just pass the turn. Come on! Opponent's at 4. We've got a protection from red and blue. Oh, I forget this has vigilance. I should have just attacked, yeah. Okay. Okay, they're tapping that Y. I'm not entirely sure. I forget this. I forgot this has vigilance. I always do. Come on. Thought scouring. Let's see it. They got 3 cards in hand. We know one of them's a bolt. Okay, they draw a card. Not sure what they're looking for here. They can't activate their Hall of Storm Giants. Could be that they're looking for another Murktide, but that doesn't actually save them because this has protection from blue. Blood Moon does nothing. Fire does nothing. Fire Ice does nothing. Archmage's Charm does nothing. This can't block. Nothing can block or kill this. Sweeper isn't a thing in blue-red, really. Cryptic? If they run Cryptic Command? Okay, yeah, Prismari Command is definitely an out. But they still can't bolt this. Okay, we get there! That was a fantastic game. Yeah, winning with sort of 3 minutes left on the combined clocks, 3 or 4 minutes left. That was a really good game. The grind power of the Stoneforge package and Batter Skull there, you know, bouncing it and returning it, just keeping going. And some of those rips, you know, ripping the Kaya's Guile there was really good. Yeah, really happy with that. So we're 2-2. Let's go for the 3-2. Okay, we're here for round number 5, and I think we're going to keep this. It's got Inquisition and then Thoughtseize, and it does have a threat. Obviously, we can't currently play the threat out on turn 2. Well, we could, but we wouldn't be able to Inquisition first. So, yeah. Yeah, let's. Oh dear. Okay. Well, we'll go with. So they didn't have map. They can't Sylvan Scrying next turn, although we're probably Thought Seizing next turn anyway. It could be Eldrazi Tron. Surgical Extraction in the main. Okay, so this isn't uncommon these days. So we'll take the Ancient Stirring because it's our opponent's currently their only way of getting Tron. Yeah, Surgical Extraction. Why is that in the main? I can't. It's to fight off certain decks. Lots of people are playing. Surgical Extraction in the main of their Tron decks. Okay, that is not going to be a good one to hit. So, annoyingly, we're not going to be able to, because if we could play Voidwalker and then next turn Thoughtseize the Khan, that would be ideal. But yeah, I think we have to go for the Thoughtseize now, just in case our opponent's found something that. Okay. So we'll take the Khan because it's what my opponent's closest to casting. If we can, yeah, obviously we quite like to. Yeah, we wouldn't if we'd have been on the play. Okay, they're surgicaling our Thoughtseize. Don't really mind. We have some dead cards in hand. Yeah, we wouldn't have ever been able to get rid of that Khan, I don't think, and manage to cast it with Voidwalker. See what our opponent does. That's a sphere. So we know the cards in our opponent's hand are bar 1. There's a Blast Zone. Pass the turn to us. Okay, so let's play this Voidwalker. And then we'll just play a tap land. No point in giving our opponent information. Yeah, Vanishing Verse is obviously pretty bad here. Just because our opponent doesn't really run any coloured permanents. They might be running Thragtusk. That's a good draw. So we're going to attack with this Voidwalker. And then, yeah, we'll play a land, play Stoneforge Mystic. We're going to get Kaldra here, essentially. Kaldra does die to Ugin. Oh, I suppose, yeah, that's annoying. I forgot about that. Okay. But, we want to get the clock going as quickly as possible. I would imagine our opponent would just blow this up right away, but it does put them down a land. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's possible that we should have just put the sword in or something, but I think this is fine. We don't need too many lands before we're hard casting Kaldra. Another Inquisition. So I'll play the land, and then we're going to Inquisition our opponent. Okay. That's obviously not great, but we'll put the sword in now. Trouble is they found another Khan the Great Creator. We are able to kill Khan the Great Creator. Next turn we haven't got quite enough mana to activate Shambling Vent and equip this. Oh, we can't equip the sword anyway. Yep. Did forget about that. Okay, there's a coating. Let's go and get the Triome. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, so it's the choice between attacking Khan down and just playing this Spyro. Opponent can't cast all his dust next turn. I think we're just going to use this Seasoned Pyromancer. That way we are actually able to kill Khan next turn if our opponent doesn't do anything else. They could. The trouble is they can obviously just go and get... They could go and get Bridge. See what they've got. Yeah. Drawing another Khan. I mean, yeah, they're always going to draw something. This was always the trouble with Mardu back when I used to play Mardu Pyromancer. Tron is a real uphill struggle. Okay, Stomp's not bad actually. Actually, those two those two draws are pretty good. Let's go and get basic mountain here. And then I think we're going to stomp now. We don't really care about liquid metal coating at the moment, but we do care about killing Khan. Obviously, as soon as our opponent rips the next Tron land or gets to 8 mana, the game is, or potentially even 7 mana, the game is fairly over. We've got 5 mana at the moment, 4 cards in hand. We know 3 of them. But yeah, we just we just didn't want yeah, we wanted to stomp there. We could have waited and see if my opponent ticked down to try and kill Khan, but it's much better to just, yeah. We're happy to lose a land here. I mean, they're going to kill Shambling Vent, which is annoying, but we do then get to kill Khan. And notably, we will be attacking everything at Khan here. That's a very good draw. Our opponent runs sometimes even play sets of dismembers. So if we only attack it with one thing, we need to get that dead. And now I think we're just going for it here. Obviously we can't find Thoughtseize. Call against command, not too bad. We'll equip. I think we're going to equip here. Okay, so we've got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 damage next turn, and we get to draw a card. Obviously, our opponent finding Urza's power plant puts a real spanner in the works. Oh, I don't know if... Will they be able to cast Sylvan Scrying and do everything? Yes. Oh, that's rubbish. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, they were bound to find it. Okay. That's a bit of an odd choice. I would have thought they'd just slam all his dust there and then we definitely lose. I mean, they might just go and get bridge, but we've got an out to bridge. There's the bridge. So, but it doesn't mean we have to grind through this Ugin. If we can find another copy of Kolaghan's Command, that's insane. Or Croxer. Oh, right, yeah. Well, we're definitely Kolaghan's commanding, so we might as well do that now. So, we haven't got any creatures in the graveyard. We've got Stoneforge. We're definitely destroying target artifact. We're going to make our opponent discard a card. Destroy the bridge. Opponent's going to get rid of all his dust. And then, yeah, if we can find Croxer. Another land. I suppose we've got another draw. So we'll send this Pyromancer at Karn, this Elemental at Karn, and then this and this at my opponent. Yeah, finding Croxer is the nuts here. Croxer or another copy of Kolaghan's Command would be fine. Anything to make our opponent discard the Ugin. Silent Clearing we will use right away. Just looking for Croxer now. No, sadly not. Okay. Yeah, pass the turn. I think we're just going to get done by this Ugin, unfortunately. Oh, can't they search for another thing as well? Yeah, I think that they're going to do this. Go and get Worm Coil Engine, probably. Colourless creature card. Could even be Ulamog. But I think they should go and get Worm Coil Engine. Okay, they do get Ulamog. They're going to wrath our board. -3. Yeah. Yeah, shame we haven't still got the shame we still haven't got the creature land. Caldra potentially, I suppose. No, we draw another Marsh Flats. Okay, yeah, that's. I think we had some draws to win that game. Yeah, because our opponent drew not very much after finding the Ugin. So yeah, we definitely had draws to win that one. Okay, so what don't we want? So Path is possibly interesting. We don't want Dam. Definitely don't want Vanishing Verse. We do want D-Spark in this matchup, and definitely the Cleansing Wildfires. Batterskull isn't really what we want to be doing. We can consider Collective Brutality on the play because it takes Sylvan Scrying. I think we want all of those things. Do we want copies of Path or Bolt? This is Exile or Destroy. Okay, so this is Exile, so that does deal with Worm Coil Engine. I think on the play we're going to bring in the Brutalities, take out the Bolts, Do we want to keep the paths? They're pretty much only there for Worm Coil Engine. Are we just dead to that anyway? Tell you what, let's split the difference. Because obviously Bolt isn't great, but it does kill Khan. Mini Khan, that is. But yeah, Tron is always a very hard matchup for this. Have we run into... Was Tron game 1 as well? Yeah, like I think we've really run the gauntlet this time. Okay, so this is obviously, there is potential to go turn 2 Voidwalker and then Croxer into something, but I think we need more disruption than this. Yeah, this is fine. We'll get rid of the Bolt, I think, and then we can go Inquisition our opponent, and then Voidwalker, and then hopefully Thoughtseize a Khan or something. Inquisition you. Yeah, this is a cool card. The biggest thing I've taken with that so far is Jace. I don't think I've ever taken anything a lot bigger. Right, so we're gonna take. I think we'll take the Warping Whale here because that will counter our Thoughtseize on turn 3. Yeah, there's no point in taking the maps. Let's just take the Warping Whale, pass the turn. It also deals with Stoneforge if we find it. Yeah, opponent is going to have turn 3 Tron, but there wasn't anything we could do about it. That is a Stoneforge Mystic, so actually we might as well cast that. Because we can go Voidwalker Thoughtseize next turn. So let's do this. Yes, and we'll go and get Kaldra. Question is, what do we do this turn? Oh, they drew another Warping Whale. Okay, sure. So that kind of answers our own question, although we know that our opponent hasn't got much. We know they can't cast anything massive next turn. So so if we go Voidwalker, let's go Voidwalker. We'll play that out, but I think we're going to sit on the Thoughtseize. Let our opponent go through. You know, they're going to have to crack this map anyway, so they can't, in theory, play a massive Tron threat here. And they might go tower, play spheres and stuff to draw more cards. Which we kind of want them doing. There's a map. Okay, so they go and get another tower. So that might imply that they've got Ulamog in hand. Okay, so we'll fetch. We'll just go and get the Triome. So yeah, we're now on the... okay, that's a good draw as well. So we'll go Thoughtseize first. Hope to see an Ulamog. Or a Khan Liberated. Okay, well, I guess we're taking this Worm Coil Engine. Do we cast that for free is the question. Let's see what we can find with this Seasoned Pyromancer. What do we think about casting Worm Coil versus waiting? I don't think there's any... Yeah, I think we're just going to cast the Worm Coil. And this D-Spark is pretty good. You know, our opponent's got a lot of draws. We would have really liked that to have been a Khan Liberated would have been amazing. Ulamog would have been the best. Actually, Khan Liberated is possibly better than Ulamog there. No, Ulamog would have been best because we just exiled 2 of their lands. We're kind of relying on them not having anything too good here. Well, that is another worm coil. But we do have the answer for it. What do they use? They use their star and their sphere. They're wondering whether to surgical anything, I think. They are surgicaling our Doughty Voidwalker. 2 unknowns in hand. I mean, yeah, this is a 2-turn clock with this D-Spark. Yeah, Colligan's Command is pretty good as well. So, yeah, we will D-Spark this. Pay white, black. It's exile as well, which is obviously amazing. Yeah, hit my opponent for 9. Question is, do we want to Colligan's Command now? Don't think so. Ugin doesn't beat this. Yeah, we'll save the Colligan's Command in case of a ensnaring bridge. We can, in theory as well, Colligan's Command the Wormcoil Engine in response to like a Khan Liberated exiling it, in which case we have still got lethal. Yeah, drawing K command and there's really good. So we don't die to Ugin, which is good. Is Khan Liberated? All is dust, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but yeah, they're getting Ulamog. Hopefully they go and play a star or something. Okay, so we'll use this Colligan's Command. We're going to return target creature. Do we have them discard a card or do we deal them 2 damage is the question. Or we could sit on the K command, destroy the Wormcoil in response to the Ulamog trigger, and then we get lethal. Yeah, okay, yep, that's what we're doing. That's annoying because that would have won us the game. Well, not quite won us the game. Although it does deal with Ulamog. But I think this is fine. So they slam Ulamog. We go kill this. Exile. So yeah, they're going to do these 2. And then... So yeah, we'll go destroy target artifact. Deal 2 damage. Target player discards a card. Nope, don't want that. We'll target artifact. Deal 2 damage. Red, black. Yeah, so this doesn't exile anymore, and then we get 2 creatures, both of which are lethal. And we can even kill the Ulamog if we want, but Yeah. Okay, so we take a game off Tron there. Obviously the Voidwalker coming in absolutely clutch. So on the draw, we want to get rid of these collective brutalities. Probably, so we know that they're running worm coil still, so we'll keep the worm. We'll bring in another path and maybe just another bolt. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so we see a hand that's okay. Our opponent has kept 7, which is worrying. What have we got that stops Tron, really? We've got, this is a lot of discard, but we're not really pressuring them. I think we might want to mulligan this. If our opponent is on a map, if our opponent's on the Sylvan Scrying Brute, this isn't too bad. I think we'll keep. If our opponent's on Sylvan Scrying, it's okay because we can Inquisition that away. If our opponent's on the Khan the Great Creator, Ensnaring Bridge plan. Okay, it is map, unfortunately. Okay, let's go Blood Crypt. See what our opponent's working with. Okay, so they do have Khan the Great Creator. Okay, so they haven't actually got Tron. So yeah, we're just going to take the map here. Pass the turn. Because they've got double of the same Tron land. Unless they top deck another one, which is always possible. No, there is the second Tron land in the same one. Okay, so we're going to slam... Ooh, Voidwalker. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we can Croxer to make our opponent start discarding stuff. Do we just get basic swamp here? Is there any downside to getting basic swamp? No, don't think so. Play the Voidwalker out. And then, yeah, next turn we're Croxering. Yeah, next turn we're Croxering. Obviously makes our opponent discard. There's the tower. And a sphere. Obviously if this is a map. Okay, they're creating a 1/1 Scion. So now we probably want to Colligan's Command, kill this. My opponent discards. Although Colligan's Command is our out to Ensnaring Bridge. If they slam Khan anyway, they probably just discard Surgical Extraction. Yeah, I think we just go Croxer here. Because the trouble is if we use our K command now and they rip a land, they just go Khan and we haven't got an answer to Ensnaring Bridge. We could just go Season Pyromancer. Actually, that's not bad either. Yeah, I think we'll go Season Pyromancer here. Because then we can discard Croxer. They can just Surgical it, I suppose, but we'll get rid of what are we ditching here? It probably is Croxer and basic planes. Yeah. We'll attack for 3. I think that's okay. I think that's better than the alternative. If our opponent rips Tron, which of course they do. Yeah, that's a Khan liberated. It's going to exile this Voidwalker, I'd imagine. We do get to kill that at least. Okay, so we'll play a land. So we can only single spell this turn, unfortunately. So we're going to want to kill Khan Liberated. Maybe we should just be stomping this to keep our... Otherwise they trade. It's the same unless our opponent has Dismember. Although, no, because then we don't get to adventure the Bone Crusher Giant, because they'll sacrifice this in response. And it gives them more information in case they want to use like a Dismember or something. So yeah, we'll stomp the Khan. Pass the turn. Yeah, unfortunate that our opponent found the Tron land and a Khan Liberated. Sadly, there's obviously a lot of things we can't beat here. We may be able to grind through a Wormcoil Engine. Ancient Stirrings is a bad sign though. We could really do with Cleansing Wildfire. Okay, there's another tower, so I've got all the mana in the world. We have got enough for an Ulamog. There's Khan. Could be Liquid Metal Coating. Could just get Bridge. So yeah, holding on to the Kolaghan's command was pretty good there. It's not Bridge. Yeah, that's a fair problem, that. Okay, so that's, well, we will fetch, but we are in trouble here. Cleansing Wildfire is obviously probably our best draw. So yeah, we're going to attack Khan so they can't get anything else. I suppose we could have suited up the Pyromancer, but it takes our whole turn. We're really looking for, I guess, Thoughtseize or Cleansing Wildfire here. We're going to fetch Shock. I think we have to Season we could Croxer. So if we Croxer, our opponent... If we Croxer, our opponent discards a card, and then... Well, we could kill the Sundering Titan. Yeah, we shouldn't have fetched, really, potentially. Kill the Sundering Titan, but then we do lose all of our lands. Either that, or we Season Pyromancer, look for Thoughtseize or Cleansing Wildfire. I think that's probably better. We play Croxer, our opponent Sundering Titans us. Then we need to find a land. If we find an untapped land, we can then Kolaghan's command, kill that. We just have Croxer, and then they have Tron. It's that versus Season Pyromancer, look for... We can still do that. Yeah, I think we're going to... Well, no, because we... That means we have to get rid of the Kolaghan's command. Which way is more likely to result in us winning? So, looking for... We've got 2 copies of Cleansing Wildfire and thinking 2 copies of... 2 copies of a... Thoughtseize. So... I think we're going to go for the Seasoned Pyromancer. I think that's right. We do have to get rid of these two, but... So we need to draw... Stoneforge Mystic. We probably play it. Actually, yeah, that's not too bad, because we play this... and then we can get the Caldra, which does block Sundering Titan. Obviously, our opponent's going to now destroy both of our white land. But not a lot we can do against that. Yeah, there he is. Golem boy. Okay. Opponent could surgical or something here. What have they got now? Oh, another Khan, the Great Creator. That's yeah. So you can kill the Khan, obviously. They'll probably just go and get another Worm Coil or something. Liquid Metal Coating is what we want them to get, because that's, yeah, okay, fine. That's pretty poor here, because we're obviously going to swing in and kill the Khan. Okay, so I'll play the land. I think we're just attacking all at Khan, not the Stoneforge, so they'll block here. This does kill Khan. We've got to kill it before it starts doing more stuff. We could have obviously just Inquisitioned away the... We know two of the cards in their hand. I think I'm just going to play Bone Crusher Giant here. You know, we know that they've got two that don't really do much. I think Inquisition's a bit of a waste there. We can actually chump this Sundering Titan forever. You know, if our opponent just starts playing out with liquid metal coatings and stuff, that's fine. Yeah, Expedition map. Looking for Blast Zone would be a little bit rough. Okay. Maybe we should have Inquisitioned away the Ancient Stirrings, but I feel like this can't liberated. Sure. Yeah, this is the trouble. Like we just don't clock them quickly enough. But this has always been the case with this kind of, you know, it was always the case with Jund. You just had a bit more of a shout, I guess, with Tarmogoyf. But this is just going to exile Stoneforge. No. Okay, that's a bit surprising. I guess we probably can't kill Khan now. Okay, they've got Surgical in hand. If we draw a white land, it's not too bad. Well, Path to Exile is not what we want to see. I get the feeling we're meant to attack Khan with everything. Maybe opponent blocks Bone Crusher. How much are we getting through with? 2, 3, 4 damage. Is it worth it? Probably not. Yeah, drawing white land would have been nice there. We should have held up that fetch the turn. Could we have held up a fetch the turn we We don't actually care about this restarting the game at the moment. Oh, what have they found out? Is this Ulamog as well? Or is it Ballista? Kozilek, Butcher of Truth. with Annihilator 4. Okay. Yeah, that's probably us done for, I would say. Chromatic Star. So now Caldra doesn't save us, unfortunately. Yeah, our opponent. Yeah, it was that those early turns were pretty brutal when our opponent found the extra Tron land. Wasn't really too much we could do against that. Yeah, they just kind of got a lot of stuff here. I think this is probably over. I can't see anything that deals with this. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. Okay, so we can now put something like Croxer or Caldra in. Caldra can do good things. Caldra can weirdly kill Kozilek. I mean, our opponent can choose to restart the game if they want. Well, we'll put in this Caldra complete. Yep. Okay. Yeah, nothing we can do there, which is unfortunate. But coming up against Tron twice with our mid-range Mardu deck is not what you want to see. But yeah, let's have a look at the deck list. It's where are we? There we go, Mardu Stoneblade. So the deck was really fun again. Sorry we didn't manage to quite get the 3-2, the elusive 3-2. But yeah, it felt really good apart from against Tron. You know, 2 of our losses here were against Tron. We managed to take a game off them, which was good. We didn't have, you know, a great deal of sideboard, I guess, against Tron. Maybe, but you know, with this, you got to choose here. You know, and I remember back from the days, you've got to choose between trying to sideboard massively for Tron, playing, you know, more Cleansing Wildfires, Blood Moons, etc., or you've just got to kind of accept that you're never going to make it favourable despite how much hate you try and cram into the sideboard, and just kind of focus on other matchups, which I think is probably correct. We're just unlucky here that we ran into Tron twice. But in terms of the list, yeah, really liked it. I think, yeah, trying out Den of the Bugbear might be nice in this. Liliana was really good. And then Vanishing Verse was actually proved pretty good. You know, when we're coming up against Tron twice, but I don't think we boarded it out in the other game. So yeah, you know, you could easily see how this would, you know, how we do better if you don't come up against multiple Tron. Doughty Voidwalker, All-Star, Stoneforge Mystic All-Star. Yeah, really like the list. D-Spark was good against Tron. Didn't really see it shine in other matchups, and didn't see Hushbringer coming in either. Do let me know in the comments, Anthony, what you bring in Hushbringer against. But yeah, other than that, really happy with the list. Thanks again, Anthony, for your generous donation. Deck seemed really good. Have I got any recommendations? I guess, yeah, trying out Den of the Bugbear would be good. But other than that, yeah, seemed really sweet. I'd maybe consider if Path to Exile is really really worth it over more copies of something like Fatal Push or Dam or other things like that. But yeah, on the whole, really happy. So thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. Cheers.